What is the NSCC? DTCC subsidiary, National Securities Clearing Corporation, NSCC, established in 1976, provides clearing, settlement, risk management, central counterparty services and a guarantee of completion for certain transactions for virtually all broker-to-broker trades involving equities, corporate and municipal debt, American depository receipts, exchange-traded funds, and unit investment trusts. NSCC also nets trades and payments among its participants, reducing the value of payments that need to be exchanged by an average of 98% each day. NSCC generally clears and settles trades on a T+2 basis. NSCC is regulated by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. How is the NSCC connected to our MMTLP situation? The DTCC Settlement Services Guide stated that when a security undergoes a change of eligibility, by becoming ineligible, for example, a reorganization is announced, the trade will be removed and will be staged for trade-for-trade settlement between the ID net firm and the ID net bank while maintaining its current state. I interpreted this to match our MMTLP situation, because MMTLP is undergoing a voluntary reorganization conversion type as a result is becoming an ineligible non-electronic NBH security, which means it would be staged for a trade-for-trade settlement. Trade-for-trade settlement is described throughout the NSCC rulebook as well as ineligible securities, and the processes involved in the settlement and clearance of a shorted security. I have therefore focused exclusively on the NSCC rulebook dated January 1, 2023. Again, because there is no statement by any governing body or even the company, I am left attempting to fill gaps by speculating and logically connecting dots based on my interpretations. This means that my videos are not accurate. So, it is my hope that viewers listen to my interpretations and compare it to their own. This may provide us a better understanding of what is occurring with our MMTLP investments. MMTLP is not eligible for CNS settlement. Can the NSCC still apply? Pursuant to Procedure 7, H1, when the corporation declares a security ineligible for processing through CNS, all net positions in that security are removed from the CNS stock record on the effective date. MMTLP's effective date was December 13, 2022 as per FINRA's notice dated December 8, 2022. Any pending positions, trades, stock dividends, etc., are removed as soon as they are posted to the CNS stock record. Such entries are posted to the member's next available miscellaneous activity report issued on the date of removal. The current market value of the security, as of the date of removal, appears on the next available miscellaneous activity report and is posted to the member's money account. When a security is removed from CNS, a random allocation procedure matches members with long positions to members with short positions. CNS receive and deliver instructions are produced instructing a member to receive securities from or deliver securities to another member of the corporation or a participant of an interfacing clearing corporation. Securities removed from CNS that result in a CNS receive and deliver instruction may be entered into the obligation warehouse service in accordance with the obligation warehouse procedure. This raises the following questions. 1. What is a miscellaneous activity report? 2. What is a member's money account? 3. What is a random allocation procedure? 4. What are the CNS receive and deliver instructions? 5. What is the obligation warehouse? Miscellaneous activity reports are described as certain types of activity occur within the CNS system which are reflected on miscellaneous activity reports. Each entry shown on these reports is identified by legend as to type, example, reorganization, obligation warehouse obligations, journal entry, etc. Security entries also appear on the accounting summary identified as miscellaneous. Because I am of the opinion that MMTLP is undergoing a reorganization and because it has turned into a security ineligible for CNS settlement, I conclude that the MMTLP is likely has been transferred onto the miscellaneous activity report. As for the previous cited section, after the ineligible security transfers onto the next available miscellaneous activity report, its current market value is then posted to the member's money account and a random allocation procedure matches members with long positions to members with short positions. I therefore speculate that MMTLP has been entered into the miscellaneous activity report and the closing price of $2.89 has likely been posted into the member's money account simultaneously matching members with long and short positions. The accounting summary constitutes the official record of all CNS activity, positions and settlements. This accounting report is divided into two parts. The first part deals with CNS stock record security movements and positions. The second part summarizes money activity and balances. Security and money accounting are two distinct functions under CNS and are performed separately. The accounting summary which deals with security accounting shows the member's opening position, settling trades, stock dividends and miscellaneous activity, receipts and deliveries, closing position, and current market value of closing positions for each security in which it had a position or activity that day. The current market value of closing long positions and closing short positions is totaled at the end of the report. The net of these two figures is the net market value of the member's account at the end of the day and represents the net value of securities which the member owes to the corporation or which the corporation owes to the member. The last section of the accounting summary reflects the member's opening money balance, net money amounts for settling trades, cash dividends and interest, miscellaneous activity and closing money balance. The closing money balance represents the net amount of money which the member owes to the corporation or which the corporation owes to the member. The accounting summary is the final report produced by the CNS system for each settlement date. Members are required to reconcile all security and money balances shown thereon by comparing the accounting summary to their own records and promptly reporting any difference to the corporation for reconciliation. I speculate that MMTLP with its $2.89 market value has been included into the member's money account which makes up part of the CNS accounting summary. If MMTLP is truly naked shorted or shorted, the accounting summary would show the net amount that the members would owe, and which they are required to reconcile. I will stress that again, they will be required to reconcile any imbalance. As stated earlier, when a security is removed from CNS, a random allocation procedure matches members with long positions to members with short positions. CNS receive and deliver instructions are produced instructing a member to receive securities from or deliver securities to another member of the corporation or a participant of an interfacing clearing corporation. Securities removed from CNS that result in a CNS receive and deliver instruction may be entered into the obligation warehouse service in accordance with the obligation warehouse procedure. I argue, the corporation has issued receive and deliver instructions to instruct members to deliver and receive MMTLP from other members as it is an ineligible security transferred into the miscellaneous activity report and members' money account using a random allocation to match members with long and short positions. The NSCC Rules and Procedure Book has a Rule section and Procedure section, both are used in conjunction as a guide for the NSCC services. For example, on page 190 Rule 51 is solely about obligation warehouse, and on page 284, Procedure 2A, explains the procedures for the obligation warehouse. In order to understand Rule 51, obligation warehouse, you need to read Procedure 2A which is solely about the obligation warehouse service. The obligation warehouse, the OW, is a service available to members for 1. Comparison of transactions that are not otherwise submitted by members, self-regulatory organizations, or qualified special representatives on behalf of members for trade comparison or recording through other services of the corporation. 2. Tracking, storage and maintenance of obligations either compared through the service or forwarded to it from other services of the corporation in accordance with the rules and procedures, and 3. The repricing and updating of fail obligations. Point 1. Now pay careful attention to the second paragraph. Other than balance order contracts and obligations that have been forwarded to CNS from the OW, which shall continue to be subject to the rules. All buy-ins, deliveries, receives and reclamations, adjustments for corporate actions, whether mandatory or voluntary, and transactions of a member that have been decayed, shall remain subject to the rules of the appropriate marketplace. Now there are important points in the third paragraph, which suggests to me that MMTLP is not being processed in the obligation warehouse. The third paragraph states, obligations eligible for submission must have a valid CUSIP or ISIN and be denominated in US dollars or such other currencies as the corporation determines from time to time. NSCC will designate certain security or transaction types as eligible for the OW process from time to time. This sentence ends with a reference to a note at the bottom of page 284. Each OW obligation shall be assigned a unique OW control number to facilitate tracking the obligation through its settlement, cancellation, or closure. The second note at the bottom of the page states, the corporation may determine from time to time, and shall announce by important notice, which items are eligible for the obligation warehouse service. Therefore, my answer to the question of whether MMTLP has been transferred into the obligations warehouse is that MMTLP has not been transferred from the obligations warehouse to CNS, but rather MMTLP may have been transferred for CNS as an ineligible security meant to settle trade for trade. It has not been sent from the obligations warehouse to CNS. MMTLP had a valid CUSIP number. NSCC has not issued any important notice explaining that MMTLP is eligible for the obligations warehouse. This may change in the future, but as of now, I am of the opinion that MMTLP is not in the obligations warehouse specifically because the NSCC has not issued a notice and because we do not know of any OW control number assigned by NSCC. I recommend that all MMTLP investors routinely check the DTCC Notice website in case NSCC issues a notice prescribing a unique OW control number to MMTLP. The link will be in the description box. As of now, this has not occurred. Under Rule 1 definitions, special trades are defined as a transaction reported to the corporation involving a cleared security either which the parties thereto agree to settle on a member-to-member basis or which the corporation designates as settling on a member-to-member basis. Special trades shall be accounted for and settled as provided in these rules. So if the evidence or the lack of evidence suggests that MMTLP is not being transferred into the obligations warehouse, then how is MMTLP being reconciled and settled? This is where I wondered if MMTLP could fit the definition of a special trade. Special trade is described under Procedure 2.e as the corporation providing 1. Members with the ability to clear and settle any compared trade on a trade-for-trade basis, and 2. Self-regulatory organizations, SRO, with the ability to submit trades for processing on a trade-for-trade basis. Such transactions are referred to as special trades and may be classified as such, whether or not the security is a CNS security. With respect to transactions submitted by members, both the purchaser and seller must agree to settle on a trade-for-trade basis and must identify the transaction in its trade input as a special trade. If only one party identifies a transaction as a special trade, it will not be compared by the corporation. In addition, the corporation itself may determine that some or all transactions in a security shall settle on a trade-for-trade basis. In my opinion, if the members were to categorize MMTLP as a special trade, this would allow them to settle and clear MMTLP on trade-for-trade basis. In summary, based on my interpretation and reading, I am of the opinion that 1. MMTLP is possibly settling trade-for-trade by member-to-member as a special trade. 2. The NSCC, also referred to as the corporation, may have issued Receive and Deliver MMTLP instructions to members. 3. The random allocation procedure has matched members with long and short positions to deliver to each other. 4. MMTLP closing value of $2.89 has been entered into the members' money account. 5. The members will thereafter be required to reconcile all security and money balances shown thereon by comparing the accounting summary to their own records and promptly reporting any difference to the corporation for reconciliation. 6. MMTLP might be sent to the obligation warehouse in the future, but it has not been sent there presently. Use the information in this video to read the sections and develop your own understanding to compare. In Part 7, I will provide further information and opinions about special trades, balance orders, buy-ins, and the settlement services provided by the NSCC which I believe may apply to our MMTLP situation. Please like, subscribe, follow, and comment.